Hello, everyone. This is Deba Dynamic Design. I haven't recorded a teaching video with a real person for a long time. This oral broadcast definitely did not use this text and directly corresponded to some corresponding copywriting during editing, so I didn't record it for a while. It would be easier to directly broadcast and record at the same time. Everyone knows this. So I will spend a little time today to share with you my use of Messon's CC-DTD 1000, 26.1. What I am demonstrating to you now is using the 2000, 26.1 version. It's block distribution. Then use it to fold like this. Finally convert it to a cloth simulation. Blow it away with the force of the wind. What about the future? I'm using Arnold rendering. Because of my version, I don't have this Redshift or OC. So, I will use this Arnoldo to render. But in the process of using this, I have encountered some problems. Then I want to be here. Share it with everyone. Good. No more nonsense. Let's take a look. How was this case implemented? We have a file here. This is it. My final animation file. Then here first. What is a problem encountered? It's just a sticking problem. It's because we are using cloning here. Each of these has the same UV. Then how to make this picture? Paste on a block. This is a technical point. Then the other one is, you used any deformers. Place it in the clone block distribution. It will fail. Here I will show you how to solve it. I will create a new file here for everyone. For example, let's create a new one here. Create a clone. New functionality is advanced in distribution types. It has a here. What we have here is something like a browser. We are going to click here. What we are going to use today is this partition distribution. It's like a default. Then it will create a new object here. It has a different icon. Do you understand it as a resource? You see it, this icon is through these two. This icon in the resource browser. It's the same as here. You fell out of here. We place this plane into the clone child. First of all, it is axially wrong. Let's take this plane. Good. Now we have something like this. The default is a square. Of course you can do it here. To adjust some. Dismantle. I don't do it here. Some other. Explain. I mainly talk about two things. Because of these, you can explore it yourself. Research it yourself. What I mainly do here is something I want to say. For example, here I am. Use a deformer. For example, bending. We choose this bend. Place yourself on a flat surface. Then set the intensity. We can pass. Modify it from this angle. Keep it length. You can adjust it. A setting parameter is not very intuitive. We can operate directly on the view. setup animation. For example, we need to take a look. This is for K. Something like this. SYJ wants it all. Here we need to set 3 at the same time. XYJ must be set. That's more troublesome. I use a relatively simple method here. For example, here is a selection deformer. There is a label called restriction. Then the object we use to relevel is this no. Just need to move 1. Record 1 or 2. Then we record the S-axis directly. That's it. It's that simple. This y-axis may also need. Let's also record the y-axis. Sewn. Increase the number of segments a little bit. Don't worry about this. Let's open the clone for this double. It will change now. Some people may think that. Can I pass a connection here? Throw this into the connection. Is it possible to use related objects? Hide this original one first. I'll research it later. This one can be exported via Olympic. Or if you use a plugin, use this Nitro Bay directly here. Pay attention to it now. It is initially maintained here. But because it may have escaped here. So when you do this, don't fly out. So let's readjust it again here. That is to say, it is not wanted here. Don't fly out completely like this. There will be some problems here. Then we can try to keep it at. Just open a corner first. Or so. So there are certain restrictions on this. It's not okay to do it casually, if you don't have this plugin installed. We can directly lead to an ABC. Put it on the desktop first. That leads to an ABC.
自己
This is my first question. The second problem is the texture. For example, I will create a new standard material ball here. Then load a texture. This is the problem now. First of all, every one of it, because in the clone, they all use the same dough piece. Right, so it's the same for everyone here. Then you can pass. First of all, it is now reversed. Let's put it here first. UV is reversed here first. Then go through this. As it now defaults to. Projection is UV da. QB or flight. All of these are okay. Then the ratio may be wrong. Then under UV mode. But it's okay for you to be like this now. But let's play the animation here. You'll notice it's sliding here. It's not locked anymore. Did you see? This UV is not locked. Let's distinguish the pros and cons. This is the first standard to enter. It's now unlocked here. Then you can directly select this clone material. It's called pin material. You see in the first frame. Let's clean it up and take a look. This flat one may not work. I don't want to use this. Use Qubit. Use this cube. Flat should cause problems. Because I didn't use flat before. It's best this Qubit. Record it again. Let's try rendering and take a look.
Okay.
I use anode here. Arnoldo uses an Arnoldo IP. run up there. He seems to have a little problem here now. Here he is. I just don't know if it's Arnold's problem or what. But sometimes he is here. The view seems to be okay. But here he is. So what about this method? In fact, it is still not possible to finally solve this problem, because I ultimately need Arnoldo's words. You should be able to use LessShift or OTT. I will explain the final solution here. For example, we are now. Let's use another link for this. I also baked it using Nitro Bay. These can be deleted. There is no need to send this sticker over. Then select this material ball. Create UV DA. Show it off again after changing it. It's all locked in nicely now. Hours. Now there is no such problem with UV. There are two things involved here. One is that after its deformer is used, it's this mismatch problem. One was demonstrated just now. One is a question of whether you want to map it as a whole. For example, what I have now should be that I haven't updated it. I still use qubit here. Actually, it's wrong. It should be UV DA. Mine is now locked.
Okay.
Okay, let's share about this thing today. This one from 2000, 26.1. Block distributed. A function to divide blocks. Some little tricks it uses. I hope this video is helpful to everyone. Helpful when using this feature. Because this is me. When viewed as this case. Some problems found. I believe many people. If this function. And then you use these dynamics. Or something like a deformer. You will definitely encounter this problem with me. If you need this file from me, I will put it on my Patreon, or the platform of iFar Store. If necessary, you can download the study. Let's share it here today.